with the Kansas City Chiefs. Here's the kicker, Harrison Butker, ready to get this one started. And we are underway from Santa Clara. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Here we go. I got it. Wide, get wide.
The former Purdue Boilermaker, Raheem Mostert, and he's not even able to get back to the line of scrimmage. Now there's also a flag down, and it's in the area of holding.
Let's go.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Garoppolo going to hand this one to Coleman. Now a flag comes in from the umpire after a gain of about 4. And this looks like it's going to be holding. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards.
Here we go. 180! 56! You ain't doing nothing today. Hey, alert!
Coleman now. And he will take this up to about the 8-yard line. He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play. It's 2nd down. On 2nd down. It's Coleman, and a short pickup here as he'll get across the 10 to the 11-yard line. He'll get 3, but it leaves him with a big hole here on 3rd and very long.
Here we go. 120. Right there. 56. I'm here all day. Watch the edge.
On 3rd down, here's Coleman, and he'll be taken down, losing yardage back at the 9-yard line. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th. Well, as an offense, you know, some drives you have it, some drives you don't, and this one looks like you don't.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I mean, it was 3rd and long. It was screaming for a pass. I think they tried to outguess him there with the running play. They didn't fool him at all.
Went in the wrong direction. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And the Chiefs will have excellent field position here as they take over. They'll run with a backup. This is Williams. Able to push forward for about 4 down to the 37. Speaking of Damian Williams, great Super Bowl. 17 carries, over 100 yards, and a touchdown on the ground. Charles, he also had one through the air. Did you think he would have that type of a game?
I wasn't sure that we would see that type of a game, but I knew he would be a part of their offense in terms of trying to break down what San Francisco does, that he would get the bulk of carries. But did I see 104 yards on the ground and a touchdown? Probably not. Did I see him catching one as well, 133 yards of total offense? Probably not. But give him his due, because now, in his postseason career, which is 6 games, 5 of them with Kansas City, 1 with Miami, he scored 11 touchdowns.
Wow.
So on the big stage, the big lights, he produces, and he actually won the battle between undrafted free agent running backs, because his total versus Raheem Mostert, who ran for, I believe, 58 yards and a touchdown for San Francisco, advantage Kansas City, advantage Damian Williams.
That goes for a Chiefs first down, 14 yards.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route.
Let's go, dude. Let's go. Rush in. Rush in. Rush in.
Now a first down carry. It's Williams. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down. Williams. And there is nowhere for him to cut back as he's taken down in the backfield. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up third down.
You don't want that? You don't want that? You don't want that?
49ers have an extra defensive back on the field. A nickel set for third down.
Check. Crunch. Crunch. Yellow.
Here's the first carry for LaShawn McCoy. 4th down now after a loss of 2. It's probably a pretty good sign here on the opening drive if your guys from the secondary are coming up and spilling things in the backfield.
How about the adrenaline and aggressiveness that led his eyes to the backfield to run up there and make that tackle, setting a tone early for his defense.
3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Butker now to kick this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Here we go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3 and out. What do they go to here?
Well, you don't look down at your play sheet and say, this is what the problem is. Now let's find out who my playmakers are. Get the ball in their hands, and maybe the offense will move a little bit better.
Sometimes it's more important to get it to the right people rather than dialing up the right number.
Exactly.
Or the right play, yeah.
That too.
Right back to Coleman here on first down. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to him behind the line. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And that'll make it 2nd and 12.
Check 24, check 24.
On 2nd down, it's Coleman. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. Maybe a gain of a yard that time, but yeah, from the spot, actually no gain. So 3rd and long.
Here we go, here we go. 180!
The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter.
Here we go, here we go.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
Tighten up, tighten up. 65, 65. Hey, Foxtrot, Foxtrot. I got you, I got you. That's me. 12, fellas, here we go. 24 is the mic. Quick, you're in.
A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked by Kendall Fuller. And the return will stop right around the 25.
Let's go.
Well, certainly not how he wanted to start his night. First throw of the game, an INT.
Yeah, it's not easy, but he's got to try and wipe that one away from the memory banks. And let's face it, it's not often a quarterback and a defensive back have a lot in common. But one thing, because they have these individual type plays, they've got to have short memories, don't they? DB gets beat, wipe it away, quarterback throws a pick, has to do the same thing.
Tackle that time by Jarquiski Tart.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half, maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Oh, here we go. Oh, check 9, check 9. Check, 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 check. Check, check, check. He's crashing. He's checking crash.
On 2nd down now, it's Williams. He's got the first down inside the 10, and he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. 24 yards. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run, and one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit, but for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker lugging the rock.
Harrison Butker is on for the extra point. It's up and good, and that'll increase their lead to 10-zip.
Chiefs 10, 49ers nothing. Harrison Butker to kick off for Kansas City.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Here we go.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown. So decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan? Or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3.
Hey, alert! 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 21, 21.
They'll run here with Coleman out of the gun. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go.
21, 21.
3rd down and 4.
Hey, wahoo!
56.
Flag!
Let's set a tone, fellas. Let's set a tone.
On play action, now Garoppolo completes it to Samuel. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Here we go, here we go.
A reminder, coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will join us from Orlando with our halftime report. But business to take care of before we get there.
A 2-minute drill before the coach's 2-minute drill.
Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
11.
On 2nd down, it's Coleman.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
Here we go. 180!
Check 56. You ain't got nothing. You ain't got nothing.
One, Omaha.
Now the Georgia Southern man, this is Jerick McKinnon. And this won't be enough. A good secured tackle, and they stop him a few yards shy at the 46. Call it a gain of 4, but not enough. The punt team going to need to be summoned here on 4th down.
65.
The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it.
Hey, Charlie.
6. Mike, 56. Right there. 56. Watch the run. They're running it. Mike 56. Mike 56. Focus, defense, focus.
Here we go on 4th down with Garoppolo. Got him in. He finds Sanders. And he's got the first down before being taken down at the 46. Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Hey, gun.
56 is Mike. 56 is the Mike. You don't want this.
Hey, alert. 11.
Now a play fake. Garoppolo. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And it's complete. In the end zone. Touchdown 49ers. Marquise Goodwin in the final seconds of the first half as they are now on the board here in the first half. Gold able to tack on the extra point, and that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gold now to kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 20. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. Ready for the start of the 3rd quarter. The Chiefs have the lead and set to receive the football. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line.
The Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 26-yard line.
Again, it's Williams.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play.
Here we go. Watch 36. 36 to Mike.
Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. And going deep for Hill. That's caught inside the 20. Mahomes finding Hill for a big play. 61 yards. The last drive he threw the pick, but he's not shy. He's going downfield again there.
And you can't be, because if you back off after throwing an interception, your whole game plan just goes right out the window, and it makes things easier for a defense. And you and I both know there's a quarterback in this league that's any good that doesn't throw an interception occasionally, and they usually bounce back in a big way. I've seen guys throw 5 and still find a way to win the game in the end.
Again, it's McCoy. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and now they've got it 1st and goal.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
6 guys. Check 6 guys. Motion. Win the rep. Let's go right here. Attack. Watch twist.
They'll run it with Williams. And he is in. Touchdown, Kansas City. Damian Williams, his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. A good, sustained drive there in this 3rd quarter, capping it off with a touchdown to give them a nice 2-score advantage.
It was actually a fun one to watch, wasn't it? I mean, for me, seeing the mix of what they did, how they moved the ball downfield, very sharp, too. Each and every play seemed to be executed with great dispatch.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
Get hands on motion, man.
I got you.
And the first play of the drive goes to McKenna. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down. Play action. Garoppolo. Deep ball for Goodwin. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, but they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's third down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass.
Let's go. Let's bring it. Let's bring it. 25. Check 25. Check 25.
13.
24 is the
Hey, gun.
24 is the mic.
Throwing is Garoppolo on third down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Tyrann Mathieu, normally known for the pass coverage, this time a sack.
1, Omaha. 21. I got you.
Smooth. 24 is the mic.
11.
They do go for it. It's Garoppolo. And Sanders has got it complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 21 yards there. A big play on fourth down. On first down now, run with McKinnon. He's got a first down and then some inside the 40. A big chunk of yardage there, 37 yards. Boy, the offensive line there, that was a thing of beauty to watch them block.
I love how you give a little appreciation for those big guys up front, and well-deserved. But how about the execution behind them? You can see the hours of practice that have gone into it. Great pocket by the running back. Quarterback puts it right in the perfect spot. Great mesh point by them. The timing on point. The run even better.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. They fake the give. Now Garoppolo looks to throw. Eluding the pressure right. That's going to be caught by Samuel. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So apparently some grabbing there in the middle of the O-line.
I've often wondered why that doesn't happen more often for guys that play center. Having to snap the ball and then trying to get your hands into the proper position, that's difficult to do. He got caught that time.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off inside the 5.
Intercepted, baby. All day.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 5-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. To throw, it's Mahomes. Gets this one to Hill. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. The Chiefs on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6.
Hey, Ribley.
Here we go, D. Here I come. Watch safety creep. Safety.
On third down, here's Williams. And he's going to be taken down here at about the 10. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave him with a fourth down.
Yellow, yellow.
Mahomes throwing on fourth. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And the drive stays in motion with a nice 8-yard pickup on fourth. Well, we looked at each other in surprise going for it on fourth down in the fourth quarter with a lead. But, hey, you get it as a coach, you look like a genius.
So the next time we see Coach, he's going to say, well, that's why I coach and that's why you guys talk up there, right? He had the guts to go ahead and go for it, and it paid off.
A running play here on first down is going to go nowhere as he is tackled behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on second down. They run it again with Williams. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Damian Williams, 85 yards. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. Go ahead and give him the hat trick. He's been in the end zone now 3 times.
You toss your fedora first, okay? You go ahead and do that. But let's be honest about it. That third one, that's the most spectacular run he's had in the ballgame. It's almost as if he's been playing his own game of, can I top this? And each run has been more spectacular than the last.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
At the 28-yard line.
21.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
Hey, John.
We got motion. Back up. Pick the edge. Come. Slam. Switch it. Come on, switch it.
Lock. 21. Here we go.
56 to Mike.
On second down and 4. Garoppolo nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Emmanuel Ogbah just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7. Well, that last sack, it puts Garoppolo and the 49ers in a tough spot. They face a 3rd and long.
11.
From the gun on 3rd, Garoppolo. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off at the 30. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line.
Check your hot read. Check hot route. Hot. Check.
They'll run on first down. It's Williams, and he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race, and he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Damian Williams, 28 yards, and the Chiefs use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Butker on for the PAT. And the lead is now 24. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20.
Here we go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Coleman. And this one also slow in developing as he's maybe getting back here to the line of scrimmage, but not much more than that.
Here we go, here we go, here we go.
56, check, 56. And we got to get to the ball, team. We got to get to the ball. Let's keep moving.
On third down, Coleman. And he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17. The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Here comes the 49ers punter now, standing just outside his own goal line. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. This is taken at the 15. Nearly a huge return, as it is still a very good one. 24 yards. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before we hit triple zeros. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They have the dream scenario you hope for coming into the game. Just one kneel here, and this game should be over.
And it's always the final play of preparation each week. The practicing of the kneel-down formation, the victory formation. We've got a game in hand, and that's all they're going to want to do now. They put someone back deep just in case something goes haywire. But all in all, take the snap, kneel down, and shake hands. Yes, get out of there.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. So this one in the win column for Kansas City. And they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half that put this one on ice.
And I know a lot of people watching this one were thinking to themselves, I bet halftime was really interesting. Probably took the paint off the walls with some of the words that were said. But I get the sense that it was much more of the adjustments they made. They came in with a game plan that we saw that didn't work in the first half. They made the adjustments necessary, went away from that, and then they got it together, got a spark, and then took off. It's really nice to watch in the second half.
So that'll do it for my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. With that, we say good night from Silicon Valley.